In this video, we're going to add some custom views, some sections and some breaks, or sections and breakouts. So let's get started. The first one we want to do is on the third sheet. You should have the picture of the stack from above. And what we're going to do is take a section of this. So I want to zoom in on this a little bit so you can see what's happening. We're going to click section, then we're going to click on the view, and I want to kind of go to the left, and I want it to make this little dotted line. Let me zoom in so you can see that on the video. See how it's got a dotted line there? That's what we want to see. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to drag through the center, drag it across here. So I'm going to drag this, line it up with the horizontal axis, have about the same amount on both sides, left click one more time, and then choose continue. And what's happening right now is it's trying to produce a view, and so I'm going to zoom out so you can see the page a little better, and we're going to place that section view right here. So this gives us a place to do some more measurements, and then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to add a projected view from here up here. Right click and choose create. Double click on this view and unselect style because we don't want to carry it over, and we're going to make this one shaded, and click OK. So now we have a section view labeled A, or from A to A. This is a section view of the stack, so you can see the cutaway. This is going to let you do some of the measurements for the height. That's the main thing we're after. Okay. The next special one is on page 4. One thing I want to turn on. We're going to go to the home view, or the front view of the magnet. Let's add that again. Front view. And we want to use this to show hidden lines on this one only. What that's going to let us do is we'll be able to see the center in here. Okay, and that's going to be important later. The next thing we want to do is go to page 5. So this is sheet 5. We're going to do a 90-degree section in this wheel right here. What that's going to let us do is give us a place to add some dimensions for this peg. Okay, so what we need to do is choose section, choose this view. I'm going to zoom in again so you can see how when I line up with the horizontal axis and the center, it gives me a little dotted line. So we're going to follow that dotted line to the center and then straight down, about like that, and then I'm going to right click and choose continue. And now let's zoom out a little bit, and we're going to place this view down here, and then we're going to project from that view, project over here, right click, create, double click this view, and unselect style linking and choose shaded. So there is our shaded sectioned wheel. This is going to give you a place to do the measurements that you need, including the thicknesses across here. Okay. The next place we need to go is on page 8. We're going to add a couple of more views. We're going to add a section right here of the cow catcher. So I'm going to choose this view, click just outside of it, and go straight down and right click and choose continue. And I'm going to place this on the far side. And this will give us access to some measurements that we wouldn't have otherwise. Mostly this, the thickness of the shell right here. We don't want to use this side because it's angled, so we don't get a true picture. But this is meaningful right here. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is add a detail view. Choose detailed view, and you choose the view you want to. We're going to choose the top. click where you want the center of your detail to originate and drag outwards in a direction away from the part, not into the part. Left click and then drag to the right and left click one more time. So what it's done is it has made a detail section of this peg, and that's what we see here. So this is going to let you get some nice details for the shape and size of this peg. Okay. One more thing we need to do is add an auxiliary view. One of the things we can't do is determine the size of this offset on this face of the cow catcher. So we need to do an offset or an auxiliary view of the cow catcher from here. So we're going to choose auxiliary. We're going to click on this view, and then we click on the side we want, and then drag it out a little bit and choose that. So it should look like that. Some of these you may have to play around a little bit with, and this page is going to get quite full of measurements, but that's all of the custom slicing and, well, the section and detail and auxiliary views that we need for this drawing set.